it's Kezia over here from KezziesCorner and welcome to my channel. My name is Kezia and this is the beauty corner where I share all my love for makeup, beauty and all that jazz. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new here and you like my video, I would love it if you would press the subscribe button and join my lovely family. It would mean the world to me. So today's video is going to be all about my favorite spring eyeshadow palettes, which are from my kind of higher endish palettes. They might not be high-end brands, but well, most of them I think are. I get confused sometimes, so like high-end and stuff like that. But these are the most expensive sort of palettes that I own, and I chose 10 as my favorite spring eyeshadow palettes from my costly side. And basically I'm going to start this series where I will share my favorite spring eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to do the next one like on drugstore, then the next one Makeup Revolution, and then the next one would be like iHeart Revolution, because I have a lot of iHeart Revolution eyeshadow palettes. I would prefer if I would do a different category for that. So that is what I'm going to be doing. I put a poll and most of you wanted to see this series rather than a series on like my favorite makeup products from each category of like primers, foundations, powders, etc. And most of you voted for like spring themed videos. That is what I'm going to be doing. Today's video is going to be all about my favorite spring eyeshadow palettes from my like costly side, and I chose 10. So if you want to see what those are, then keep on watching, and if you like today's video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more. Go ahead and get started with today's video. So basically this is going to be a chatty sit down video. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing this, but that's what it is. So it's just literally me jabbering on. So if you want to go grab a cup of tea, a cup of hot chocolate, wine, if you like, then do so. Today in Malta it's like quite rainy and like gloomy, so yeah, let's begin. So again, these are the palettes I have for like, which are more costly for me. If there's one palette, okay, which is not high end, don't bash me, but this is what I have. Okay, so let's begin. So I have 10 eyeshadow palettes. The first one that I've chosen is this one. So this one is Natasha Denona Retro Palette, and this is one of her newest palettes. She kind of has one coming out, which is like the pastel one, which looks pretty, but I am not going to buy. Number one, because of my makeup no buy, and number two, because I mean, like the colors are nice, don't get me wrong, but I don't know what I would do then with the shades. Like there isn't like, I think all the shades that I would need to create one eyeshadow look, in my opinion. This is the palette, and I love the packaging of it. I mean, the packaging of it looks very spring-like as well. I've bought this, I believe it was at the end of last year, and I know I haven't used it yet. When I was going through my eyeshadow palettes to look for what palettes I wish to include in my spring eyeshadow palettes top 10, I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this. Number one, to use it, and number two, because this is like a spring night out, I would say that I would use it, because it has sort of those darker toned pinks, and they would be beautiful for like a date night or something like this. I mean, the shades look very pretty and very, very gorgeous and very pink, and if you don't know me, I like pink. And this psychedelic shade, I mean, look at it, guys. Hello. Whoa, that is such a pretty shimmer. Like it's a very beautiful pink shimmer, and I don't know, for spring, if I have to choose one shade which really represents spring, would be that one. Okay, the next one again is something else that I am really embarrassed about, but I bought this and I never used it. And I bought this at the end of last year, and this I remember took so long to arrive, and then when it arrived, like I did not have any excitement to use it. I'm like, why the hell not? So this one is the Michaela Glamlite palette. There was so much hype, I remember, when this released. And this is Michaela right here. She's absolutely stunning. But this is the palette. I mean, the palette is beautiful. I just love that the packaging is like this. It makes it look fun and cute and so pretty. And I love lilac, as you can see as well, because I'm wearing. This is the palette, and I thought, oh my goodness, I need to include this because this is such a beautiful, colorful palette. I mean, look at them. Like this one right here, which is called Bonehead, is absolutely stunning. And then we also have this one, which is called Naz. I think Naz is how you say it. So this one is Naz, and this one is Bonehead. Like, why haven't I used this more. But this one is a palette which has it all. Like, it has those like comfort browns that you would seek for if you like those everyday looks. And even this one, like this row over here, the first 4 shades are very spring-like, and then you have like the bounce of color and pastels and like the beautiful shimmer shades. Oh, Bonehead though is definitely something that I want to try. So number 3 is a palette that I always reach for every single spring, and this one is the Sweet Peach palette from Too Faced. Number 1, the packaging of it is so cute. I think this is like a classic eyeshadow palette from Too Faced that everyone needs to have. And then these are the shades. The shades are so pretty, so pink, so spring-like. And you also have some like darker shades for like a nighttime look if you want to go a bit deeper as well. But I just love this. And my favorite are, so this is caramelized and just peachy, and they swatch so beautifully. I look at this palette and every spring I like definitely use it and create a look with it. And like even for work, you have like those shades which you can definitely use for like everyday makeup looks, which are like very natural and simple. And then you have like the pop of the green as well, which is beautiful. That one is called Bless Her Heart, which is also another stunning color. Another palette which is a classic palette which I haven't used in a while, but then when I was looking at my eyeshadow palettes, I'm like, oh my god, this would be a beautiful spring palette. This is the classic Naked Tree palette, which comes like that in the metallic box. And then this is the shade story that we have going on. Obviously, this is like a palette that came out a while ago, like honestly, a while ago. It's such a pretty looking, cute palette. So we have Limit, which is this one. Oh, they don't swatch, do they? They're not as pigmented as the previous palettes, to be honest. But they're there, and I mean, these are very similar to the ones I swatched from Too Faced. This was one of my first ever eyeshadow palettes I purchased, which were like from the higher end category. This one as well, which is called Trick. Trick used to be a beautiful gold. Okay, that's Trick. You see how beautifully that's swatched? So they have really beautiful shades, guys. So then we have number 5. And number 5 is the Huda Beauty Retrograde palette. Now, when I was looking at the Huda Beauty collection that I have, I was like, okay, this is definitely the one for the spring eyeshadow palettes that I would call more spring themed. Number 1, the packaging of this palette is beautiful. It also matches my shirt. The shades of this is absolutely beautiful. You have that lilac there, which is called Libra, which is what I am, a Libra. And then you have this one, which is Ultraviolet. I mean, Libra and Ultraviolet are so beautiful, and you can just create a look with them both. So this is Libra and then this is Ultraviolet. Look at them two. They're absolutely beautiful. And sort of like, I have been doing quite simple looks, nothing major, and you can just literally put on those 2 shades and you have a cute eyeshadow look. Sort of sometimes it's just having those 2 shades make a look so cute. I love their matte shades as well, and I love how they work. Okay, another one that I love, which I've talked quite a bit this year, is the Tarte, the new one, which is this one right here, the Tartelette Juicy palette. I think it's the cutest spring palette ever. My favorite shade is this one, which is called Paradise, but then I also love this one, which is called Petal right here. So pretty. So this one is Paradise and this one is Petal. They're so gorgeous, and again, you can just make a look with them two and you're good to go. But then if you want to pop a bit of a darker shade, you can pop on this one, which is called Luscious, or even this one, which is called Euphoric as well. But this is such a pretty eyeshadow palette, and if I would have to say so myself, if I would have to choose any palette from these top 10, I would definitely use this one, because this is the one that I would splurge on. It's beautiful. Like, they work so beautifully. They're so buttery. So basically, we just have 4 more. So I'm going to show you this one. So this one is the Amrezy palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a beautiful palette and I just love the packaging as well. And Anastasia haven't done a palette like this in a while. And again, this one would be for like more of a night out spring look, but I could not include it. I mean, this one, the Litty shade, is absolutely a beautiful glitter. And then Gemini are beautiful as well, because we have to have some glitters in there as well. And look at those shades. They're so pretty. Like, look at how pigmented they are, guys. Oh my god. The Litty one, I think, is so pretty for like a spring look. I absolutely love it so much. I definitely need to use these palettes this spring. Would you guys want to see me like do some makeup looks with some of these palettes? Maybe I can do like a poll of like which palettes I should do a proper makeup look with. Okay, now the next one, I'm not sure, I don't think it's still available, but I kind of look at it and I don't know, every single time I say I'm going to use it more in spring, and I could definitely do a look for work as well with these shades. Now, I don't really know because the shades are not on the box, but this one is the Kylie XOXO. What was this one called? I don't know. This was the Kylie XOXO palette. Literally, that's what it says. And these are the shades. They're very basic if you ask me, but they're very like a cute set of like spring shade that you can definitely use. You have like that pop of this one, the purple, which is beautiful in itself. And then you also have this one, which I really like. These are such pretty dainty shades, like nothing too major, but they're very good. They're very pretty and very pigmented, But I definitely want to use this a little bit more this spring. And when I was doing my research for this video, basically looking through all my eyeshadow palettes, the high-end section, I was like, I need to include this because this will give me an incentive as well to use it. Okay, number 9 again is another palette which I actually have, I think I've used once. And this one is the latest, well, there's another later palette which I don't like. This one is the Naked Urban Decay Cyber palette. The packaging of it is so cool. I absolutely love the packaging of it. No, I haven't used this palette because this still has the plastic. It has such pretty shades, perfect for the spring. I mean, this one, which is called Static. And then we have Call IT, which are so pretty and so cute. This one is Static, and then this one is Call IT. I mean, look at those shimmers. Like, I'm impressed. Like, these eyeshadow palettes and these brands really do good stuff. I mean, they're a bit more on the pricier side, but I like them. So then the last one, okay, this I've used before and I've also done a video on, and I don't know why, like there's lots of palettes over here which are like lilac today, but this one is the ABH Norvina. This was the volume 5. I have a really big problem because now when Anastasia Beverly Hills or Huda Beauty release an eyeshadow palette, I would probably want it, so that's not good. So this one is the ABH Norvina volume 5. This is the palette. Oh my goodness, this has such pretty spring vibes, especially this one. E1 is absolutely stunning, and then I also love C4, which is so gorgeous. E1 and C4. Oh, look at that. Like, I wish like you can just grab one shade and apply one of these and you're good to go, guys. Honestly, eyeshadow is so easy. You just need a bit of patience, a bit of love, a good eyeshadow brush, and some literal patience, and you're good to go. This is the last palette, and I don't know, I would recommend it to you guys for spring. Those are my spring eyeshadow palettes from my higher end section that I would recommend you getting this spring. Again, I know they are not newer palettes, but so important to show love to all of your palettes, and that is what I'm gonna try to do. And I wish to kind of use these, doing some looks with them, even for work and that jazz, because I mean, I spend most of my life at work. So I will definitely try to do that, and I will definitely try to do a video with some of these palettes. You would love to share your feedback on like which palettes would you like to see me do an eyeshadow look with. Definitely leave a comment down below. I could also do one on Instagram as well. So yeah, this is fun. Okay, so obviously the next video is going to be something else, and then the one after is going to be probably my drugstore eyeshadow palettes for like spring section. Hope you enjoyed it, guys, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, definitely press subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!